What is going on, guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be tackling some basic maintenance stuff on the 2016 Cadillac CT6 that's right here behind me. There might be some background noise in today's video. I'm going to apologize for that ahead. We've still got the trailer project going on over here. We've got Dad over here sanding, getting this thing primed and ready for paint. So while he's doing that, I figured I'd get some stuff done that we've been needing to get done for a little while now. So like I said, we're gonna do an oil change. We're gonna reset the oil light. We'll take it for a ride and get this thing wrapped up. It's a 2016 Cadillac CT6 with the 3.6 liter V6 in it. I believe it's a direct injected motor. Runs pretty good, but it's a little overdue for an oil change. So we're gonna go ahead and get on that. If you guys aren't already, please think about subscribing and ringing the bell. If you like the video, make sure to hit that like button at the end too. It really helps me out. So I will catch you guys after the intro. We'll do a cold start, get this thing up on the Kwik-Lift, and start draining the oil out of it. Alright guys, so we've got the 2016 Cadillac CT6 up on the Kwik-Lift here. This one's got the 3.6 liter. It's a 2016. So we're going to go ahead and change the oil. We are using AMSOIL. It's what we run in almost everything. It is Dexos approved, so we're good there. So let's go ahead and get under it, get this thing drained and slap a filter on it, and then I'll show you guys how to reset the oil light. Alright guys, so we just rolled under here. And as you can see, there's shields everywhere, but on the 3.6 liter at least, the oil filter is right here, nice and easy to get to, and then you've got your drain plug right there. I'm gonna go ahead and pop that filter off, pop the drain plug loose, we'll get this thing draining, and then get up top and get done what we gotta get done. Alright guys, so the drain plug is a 15 millimeter, or you can use the torque style in the center. I'm not sure what size that is because I'm not using it. But I'm just going to go ahead and make sure that's going to break free for us, which it did. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab our filter wrench. Make sure that's going to break free, which it is. Sorry about the noise in the background, guys. Still trying to get that trailer project done, but this thing needed an oil change, so while he's sanding, I figured I'd do this. So now that we know everything's gonna go loose, I'm gonna break the drain plug and get it free again. And we're gonna try to get it right into the bucket here. Let that drain for a minute. Now we'll try to get this filter see if we can avoid making a mess with that one as well. I will say so far, these trays are cut out pretty good. A lot of times you do an oil change and it lands right on the tray and runs all over the place, or hits something, kind of like that is now. I spoke too soon. Go ahead and let this drip for a few minutes here. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and reinstall the drain plug now. Ours looks good. You can get a new one if you want, but this one looks fine. The torque spec on this is 18 foot-pounds. I'm just going to go snug, but just in case you guys wanted to know, it's 18 foot-pounds. The oil filter we're going to be using is AMSOIL as well. The part number is right there. I'll link it in the description below, as well as the oil. We're going to open up a new quart and just put a little bit of oil on the O-ring. Always double check that the O-ring came off with your old filter so you don't double gasket it. Ours looks like it did. Take a little bit of that oil. Now we're just gonna go hand tight. Alright guys, we'll get our tools out and let's head up top and fill this thing back up and reset the oil light and take this thing for a quick ride. Alright guys, now that we're up top, I just want to go ahead and take a quick second here and mention these Kwik-Lifts. I think I've mentioned it in previous videos before, but I love this thing. You can put a jack under the back and get it up so that it's the same height as we have it in the front right now. I've used it for the majority of the GTO build, as well as a bunch of other projects we've had. I love it. You can use it like a ramp just like this for oil changes. It's great. Not sponsored or anything like that. Just a good option for you guys that don't have a normal lift or don't have the ability to put in a normal lift. We don't have concrete thick enough for it, so we found this on Facebook Marketplace and it's been a great tool to have. We've got the oil out. Like I had mentioned, we're using AMSOIL. We're going with the XL 530. Good stuff, used it before. A little bit cheaper than the Signature series, but still a very good oil. Just pop the oil cap, obviously. We'll throw a funnel in there and we'll dump 6 quarts in. These things take 6 quarts, so I'll go just about 6 quarts. We'll back it off the lift so it's on level ground. We'll check it, and if we need to, we can top it off. I get 7 bottles. I always have a top off bottle. Like for my truck, I usually get a couple so that I have it for whatever, if we're on the road, whatever. So let's go ahead and fill this thing up with oil. We'll back it off, we'll check it, reset the oil light, and then we'll go take this thing for a ride. All right, let's back this thing off the lift. All right, so we got this thing off the lift. Let's go ahead and check the oil again. Probably needs a tiny bit of a top off. Like I said, I only put just a touch under 6 in it. Alright guys, so not sure if you guys are going to see it or not. Somehow I just recorded this little part in time warp on the GoPro. Not sure how I did that, but I went ahead and checked it after we had 6 quarts in it. It was a touch low, so we ended up throwing another 3/4 of a quart in there, and it's perfect. We let it sit a few minutes. It's right on the money. So if you guys are going to do an oil change on one of these things, I would definitely say pick up at least 7 quarts. I like keeping one in the trunk, so I'll probably pick up an extra quart. So in that case, get 8. But you need at least 7 to actually do the oil change, at least with the AMSOIL Oil Filter that I was using. So I'm gonna go upstairs, wash up real quick, then we'll get in the car, we'll reset the oil light, and then we'll go take this thing for a quick ride. All right guys, just went up and washed up. Let's go ahead and get in this thing. We'll start it up, reset the oil light, and then we'll go ahead and take it for a ride. And go ahead and start her up. All right guys, so once we have this thing started up, we're gonna go to our screen here. Hopefully that glare is not killing you guys, but we're gonna go all the way to the left. We're gonna go up or down until we come to oil life. All right, so now you can see oil life is displayed here. See if I can get in there. We got oil life displayed on the screen right there. Now all I'm gonna do is hold the select button. It'll beep, and then it's reset. So now we've got 100% oil life. That's as easy as that, guys. That's all you gotta do. So now we've got the oil life reset. I'm gonna go ahead, make sure we are in sport mode. And now let's go take this thing for a ride. Just went ahead and made our little Dunkin' Donuts run. Gonna hop on the highway and head back towards the house and wrap this thing up. Doesn't go too bad for a stock car. I mean, this thing's got to weigh every bit of 4,400 pounds. That's what the Charger weighs. This thing's got a lot more than the Charger. Well, we're gonna head back to the house, go ahead and wrap this thing up. Alright guys, so that's gonna go ahead and wrap up this video. We took this thing for a ride, brought it back, checked the oil again, and everything is good to go. A little bit different than the normal videos that we do, but I figured it was something that I had to get done, so I figured I'd go ahead and share it with you guys. If you guys want to see more basic maintenance stuff like that, go ahead and let me know down in the comments. Also, if you want to see more of this car, throw it down there in the comments as well. We could do like a review or a performance test. Anything you guys want to see, just let me know and we'll go ahead and do it. As always guys, if you're not already, please think about subscribing and ringing the bell. It'll keep you up to date on any video that we put out, whether it's something like this, the trailer build we've got going on, or the GTO and Hellcat that should be on the street and done here pretty soon. I know I've been saying it for a little while guys, but it seems like every time we get really close to having that thing done, we're waiting on parts or something just isn't 100% right. So parts are finally starting to trickle in and they are both extremely close. So as always guys, thanks for checking out the channel and we will catch you on the next one.